Welcome to Chitku's Classroom.
Hi everyone, welcome back to Chitku's Classroom. So today we'll learn about communicable diseases. So first, what are diseases? Diseases are an abnormal condition that affects an organ system, and a living organism. So there are two types of diseases. They are communicable diseases and non-communicable diseases. Communicable diseases or infectious diseases, and non-communicable diseases or non-infectious diseases. So, first let's learn about communicable diseases. What are communicable diseases? Communicable diseases are the diseases that spread from one organism to another organism. So, in communicable diseases spread to two types. So, they're direct mode and indirect mode. So, the direct mode. The direct germs spread to direct contact by an infected person and cuts and wounds on our body and by an animal bite. They also spread through air, water, food, vectors like mosquitoes, houseflies, and cockroaches, and object-borne. So we're going to learn about the direct mode and the indirect mode in detail. So now we'll learn about direct contact of communicable diseases. So direct contact spreads when an infected person comes in contact with a healthy person. So when an infected person coughs or sneezes, or a healthy person and an infected person do handshakes, like skin-to-skin contacts, the germs from the infected person come to the healthy person. So that's one of the way the germs spread from the infected person to the healthy person. Next, chickenpox. So chickenpox is caused by virus, and the symptoms are itchy, blister-like rashes on our skin. Itchy blister-like rashes on our skin, and of course fever. Next, common cold. Common cold is caused by a virus, and the symptoms are sneezing and a runny nose. Common cold is very common. Next, conjunctivitis. Conjunctivitis is a disease that affects our eyes, and the symptoms are the redness of our eyes and water discharge from our eyes. Next, ringworm. Ringworm is a type of fungi. Ringworm is caused by fungi, and the symptoms are scaly, red, itchy patches on our skin and scalp infection on our heads. Next, athlete's foot. Athlete's foot is caused by fungi, and the symptoms are scaly, itchy rashes on our toes and our foot. It's like a rash on our toes and the foot. Next, COVID-19. COVID-19 is, we all know COVID-19 because we're in the COVID-19 lockdown, and it's caused by a virus, and the symptoms are coughing, fever, and body pains severe. And if these symptoms are severe, we'll also get the difficulty in breathing. So that's about direct contact of the spread of communicable diseases. So now let's learn about cuts and wounds. So how can cuts and wounds cause germs? How can they enter our body? So we'll find out. So pathogens can enter our body. Pathogens like viruses, bacteria, fungi, and protozoa, etc. are pathogens. Pathogens can enter our body through cuts and wounds and cause infections. So pathogens can enter our body through cuts and wounds. If there are cuts and wounds on our body, the pathogens can enter in and cause disease and cause infection. So for example, tetanus. If there are cuts and wounds on our body, the germs will come in and cause infection. The infection is tetanus. Now let's learn about the animal bite. So pathogens can enter our body through the wound caused by the bite of rabid animals. So pathogens like viruses or bacteria, any of them, they can enter our body through the wound caused by the bite of rabid animals. So if there is a wound of the bite of the rabid animal, the pathogens can enter our body. So first, what are rabid animals? Rabid animals are the animals that have the pathogens. So example, rabies. So how is this infection caused? It is caused by the bite of dogs. So it is caused by the bite of dogs which contain the virus in their saliva. So when the dog bite, the virus that is present in the saliva will enter our body. So that's how we can get infected by animal bite, and animal bites can also cause communicable diseases. So that's about the direct mode of spread of communicable diseases. So now let's learn about the indirect mode of spread of communicable diseases. So coughing by an infected person releases pathogens in the air. So when an infected person sneezes or coughs, the pathogens get released into the air, and when a healthy person breathes the air, he or she gets infected. So next the examples are pneumonia and influenza, measles, tuberculosis, whooping cough. Next, food. So how can food cause germs? Uncooking food may contain germs that cause diseases. So when food are not properly cooked, they are uncooked. They may contain germs and they cause diseases. Example, dysentery and jaundice. Now let's learn about indirect moist part of water. So how can water cause germs? There's sewage water. Sometimes sewage water gets mixed with clean water, the water bodies. So germs can spread. And if some pathogen like viruses or bacteria can live in the water or are released into the water by a living organism. So that also infects the person. That also infects the healthy person. So a person gets affected when he or she drinks the water that has a pathogen in it, or he baths with the water, or he cleans himself with the water. The examples are cholera, typhoid, diarrhea, and jaundice. Next, let's learn about typhoid. What is typhoid? Typhoid is caused by bacteria. The symptoms are high fever, headache, stomachache, weakness, vomiting, and loose stools. So these are the symptoms. We have high fever, headache, and stomachache, and a lot of weakness and vomiting and loose stools. So this is about how water can cause communicable diseases. So now let's learn about vectors. How vectors cause diseases. So vector. A vector carries germs from one host to another host. So what is a vector first? A vector carries germs from one host to another host. So the examples of vectors are houseflies, mosquitoes, and cockroaches. Germs do not harm the vector and they stay in germline. So the germs hide in the vector, and what about does the germ harm the vector? They stay in? No, the germ does not harm the vector. And when a mosquito bites a person, the germ enters the human body and causes diseases. So when a mosquito bites a person, and for example a mosquito bites a person, and the germ is still in the mosquito, the germ enters the human body and causes diseases. So the germ inside the vectors enter the human body and cause diseases. So houseflies and cockroaches carry germs on their body surfaces. So houseflies and cockroaches, they carry germs on their body surfaces, and they contaminate the uncovered food. So some food are left uncovered. So houseflies and cockroaches contaminate the food, eat the food. So that causes diseases. And what are examples of the disease? Let's see the diseases the vectors cause. The vector cause dengue, malaria, yellow fever, and plague. So these are the diseases the vector causes. Now let's learn about object borne, which is also known as format transmission. So how does this object borne cause communicable diseases? So contaminated articles like clothes, utensils, toys, door handles, taps, syringes spread the germs. So how? These contaminated articles have viruses, have germs present in it. Like clothes, utensils, toys, door handles, taps, syringes spread the germs. So when we should not share clothes, and utensils, and if an infected person touches the door handle, and then another healthy person touches the door handle, the germs spread. So what diseases the object borne causes? Diseases like scabies, ringworm, and COVID-19. We all know COVID-19. So this is about the object borne. This is how communicable diseases are spread. So if you want to understand the non-communicable diseases, watch my next video where I'll teach you about non-communicable diseases. Bye. Thanks for watching Chitku's Classroom. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye.
Thank you for watching Chitku's Classroom.